To say that the year 2020 hasn't been too kind on us is probably the understatement of the year. The pandemic has brought us death, loss, instability, and an increase of unemployment and homelessness. With this medical and financial crisis, the mental health of the country, nay, the world, has taken a huge hit too. With anxiety and depression and suicide rates on the rise, is it any wonder that the majority of us are struggling to stay positive? On top of all of this, we, in the UK at least, are also expecting a Christmas lockdown. It's going to be tougher than ever to keep a stiff upper lip during the holidays this year. Greetings, my name is Nigel Mayo and welcome to my channel Salad Cream Boy. Today I'll be giving you my top 10 tips on how to help you with your anxiety during the winter holidays this year. I'm going to try and not bombard you with a load of cliches and the obvious. However, sometimes simple really does work best. And if you're anything like me, you just might need to be reminded about that from time to time. Before we get started, I just need to let you know that I'm not a medical professional, nor a mental health professional. If you're having urgent issues with your mental health, I strongly suggest that you consult a medical professional. The content from this video is derived from my own personal research and my own experience with my mental health. I would also be eternally grateful if by the end of this video that you consider liking it, subscribing to my channel for further tips on how to improve your mental health, and ringing that notification bell to keep up with all my latest content. It really does help all of your favourite YouTubers beat the algorithm and to help them and support them to grow their channels. Right then, with business taken care of, let's begin, shall we? And in no particular order, my top 10 tips to stay positive this Christmas. Sorry, that was a cliche, wasn't it? My bad, but the general message is correct. No matter how bad you think you might have it, and yes, I know a lot of people have it really bad at the moment, there's always someone who has it worse. So even if it's not a very long list, even one item would do. Even the smallest of blessings should be celebrated. Just in case you didn't catch that, I said routine. Again, it might sound silly, but something as simple as a to-do list is still handy and work wonders for your mood. It may not have a massive effect on your state of mind, but it's something to focus your mind on. You can plan your day out, and even if there isn't that much to do, you can still spread things out during the day and set timers for yourself so there's always something to look forward to do next. This should help you towards getting into that frame of mind where you can just simply get up and go. This is something that can be worked into your daily routine. Granted, it's a bit chilly con carne outside, but you don't need to go out or wait for the gyms to open back up before you can enjoy a good workout. There's an endless amount of videos on here that are recorded or live for all shapes and sizes of people. Whether you haven't done a push-up in your life or if you're a fitness junkie, there will be something for you. So please, could you just do me a favour? At the end of this video, search for the kinds of exercises that you feel that you're comfortable with and just try it for 5 minutes. That's it, just 5 minutes, and see if you want to keep on going. You won't regret it. I've also linked a couple that I found myself in the description below. Okay, so the constant negativity that's been blasting out of the media can be really draining. In fact, it is draining. Though just because it's all around you doesn't mean you have to let it into your head. Yes, we do have to be mindful of certain things like new legal requirements, etc., especially at a time like this, but it's not something that you need your brain full of all of the time. Try to learn to notice when you're getting sucked into it, and try to focus on your own goals and, as I mentioned earlier, your own routines. You'll be happier for it and have that extra peace of mind. Again, it's all too easy to get caught up in the negativity from the media, and quite frankly, of those around you too. Where you can, try to be prepared, write it down if you have to talk about something that you feel good about. This doesn't mean that you need to show off, as this will eventually put others off the conversation. Try to pick something that can be relatable to others. It just means that you don't have to wait around for others to bring up a positive topic when you can take the risk and bring one up yourself. There will always be those in your social circle who will trigger your anxiety, make you nervous, and will shoot down your positivity. However, if you focus on all of the bad stuff about them too much, you'll forget about and miss all the good stuff, which might have previously annoyed you and made you anxious. You have the power within you to find the good in every interaction. Anger is, among other things, a reaction and an impulse to fight off the one-up instead of accepting the one-down position in a situation. In the animal kingdom, this could get you killed. We humans have developed the ability to put up a front or put on a mask to hide this. While it can help in some social situations, it can also be detrimental to our mental health, as we can obviously tend to marinate in it. We also bond in shared anger like our ancestors used to against common threats, like, being eaten. All of this might feel well and good in the moment, but all it does is just waste energy in the long run, which is why it can feel draining after a while. Instead, you can learn to put yourself up in ways that don't put others down. If you're anything like me, you must detest it when people congratulate you. Even when you feel like you've done a good job, there's always that voice at the back of your head that is telling you that you don't deserve it. In other ways, when you've been working really hard, like on a diet, which is why Christmas relates to this, it's really easy to lose sight of your goals when you overindulge. You might say to yourself, I've already blown it, so I may as well have a bit more. Hating yourself for it only intensifies the urge to indulge. You can break this loop by forcing yourself to habitually refocus on your goals. Instead of thinking, yeah, it's another setback, think, I've been working really hard, I deserve this. You have the power to enjoy the things that are good for you. While it can be all too easy to be negative about things these days, it may not feel like it, but at some unconscious level, it's a choice. Just like it is to fold when the chips are stacked against you. But let me tell you, you still have to play the cards life deals you. Sometimes you win and sometimes you lose, but at least you're still in the game. And you know what? Sometimes the only choices you have in life are bad ones, but you still have to make a choice. Just like choosing to be positive. Yes, sometimes it can be the most difficult thing in the world, but like with a lot of things, the more you do it, the easier it becomes. Repetition, repetition, repetition is the key to anything you want to become good at. I know that this may come as somewhat of a shock to you, but I want you to listen to me very, very carefully here, as it's really important that you hear me and absorb this message. You, like everyone else, are only human. Give yourself a break. All of us to some degree need to realize that it's okay to not always succeed in life. We are still here. Anything beyond that is a plus. It's extra. You may have planned to do 101 things this year, and while it's great to set goals, and it really is for yourself, it's not the end of the world if you don't get it all done. We are all doing the best we can to get by. Next year is another year, so relax and give yourself a break. I know it's probably another cliche, but it really is true when you say life is too short to take ourselves so seriously all of the time. At some point, something has just got to give. Again, I can't repeat myself enough on this point. We all, myself, you, everyone you know, everyone in this world needs to realize that it's okay to just give yourself a break sometimes. It's gonna be alright. Okay, thank you all for listening, and if you like what you heard, I'd like you to again please consider liking this video and subscribing to my channel for any further advice on helping you with your mental health. Now, I'd like you to go ahead and have yourselves a very, very Merry Christmas, and also all I gotta say now is at the end of the day, it gets dark.